Hello and welcome to 60 Minutes with Scottish Hair and Beauty. My name is Adam and I'm delighted to be your host this evening, and thank you so much for joining us. Before we do start, I'd like to check that you can hear me okay. We know each time that when we host these online, people tune in from all over the UK and sometimes overseas. Please let me know you can hear me okay by sending us a wee message, a wee wave, and a wee shout out, and we'll post that on. We'd love if this was an interactive session, so please ask any questions by popping them on the comment stream. And finally, this is being recorded and will be made alive across our social media channels and our website as well. So this week we'll be joined by a Scottish award-winning Northeast businesswoman, a local business industry cheerleader, and the BeautyBooker founder, Kate Stott. When Kate could not find a last-minute nail appointment, she set out on a mission to connect Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire's hair and beauty, nail and spa businesses with all who use their services all in one place. In true girl power style, she did it. Enter the Northeast first ever dedicated hair and beauty booking app. A bunch of awards and nail appointments later, Kate, as the industry's biggest cheerleader, from pioneering new booking technology to lobbying MPs on behalf of the industry during lockdown. Kate's awards to date include Beauty Entrepreneur of the Year 2019, Scottish Businesswoman of the Year 2019, and most recently, BeautyBooker has scooped the most innovative hair and beauty app 2020. We'll be hearing a bit more about Kate and her business and how it's coped with lockdown, her drive, her passion on lobbying on behalf of the industry and looking to the future of the industry. And so, without further ado, please welcome Kate Stott.
Hello, thank you
Kate.
for having me, Adam. How you doing?
I'm very good. How are you, Kate?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Nice and chilled for a Sunday, and lovely to be here with you.
Well, you're looking gorgeous.
Thank you very much. And so are you.
Thank you so much. So please, if you could tell us a bit about yourself, Kate, and how you ended up doing what you're doing.
Okay, so for a long time, I lived overseas. I lived over in the Far East, in Australia and in Spain. So I had seen a lot of what was out there in terms of offering a tech to various industries. I came back to Aberdeen when I was 26 and went back into the oil industry. So after that, saw the oil downturn and I lost my job. And I could see that there was some gaps in the hair and beauty industry in terms of tech offering. Mm-hmm. They relied a lot on old legacy systems. There was nothing quite new to offer in that space. So when it came to the point where I needed a nail appointment and I couldn't find one, I had a wee light bulb moment. And so the BeautyBooker idea grew from there. I sat on it for about 3 years, pondering whether or not I should do something about it. And then 2018 came and I decided to go for it. So that's when we started designing BeautyBooker. And then we launched in March 2019.
Fantastic. And what success it's been.
It's been fantastic.
It's been really good. And it's been fantastic for the Northeast as well, hasn't it? It's really connecting us as a community, which we've always been good at, but it has really helped, which is great.
And that's what we aimed for. At the time, I couldn't see much services out there that could really expose individuals' brands and give them a helping hand in terms of exposure and reach on social media. And also offer people the ability to find hair and beauty appointments with ease. You know, I guess back in the 90s, we had our yellow pages that we could sit and go through and phone. And I see BeautyBooker as the same. You know, it's of ease. You can book, you can find various appointments at various times.
Absolutely. So if we can just switch the message there a little bit. So if we can talk about COVID for a minute. Things really started to kick off in March for here in the UK, didn't it? How have you been coping with lockdown, sort of business and family?
Well, business booking ceased to exist after March. So I quickly pivoted my services towards the industry itself, which I know we'll speak about in a little bit. In terms of family, it was all hands on deck at home, juggling the children and work at the same time. But after a while, we got into a routine of things, which was great. And now they're back at school, which makes it a hell of a lot easier. Yeah.
Fantastic. So now we mentioned you're an industry cheerleader. Now, really in reference was the COVID information page that you created. What was your thinking behind this?
Okay, so the support group, I quickly realised about a week before lockdown was announced that things were looking bad and they were going to turn quite quickly. So my immediate reaction was to set up a Facebook page that would support hair and beauty industry professionals. My first worries were for those who were self-employed and didn't have immediate access to business support. So I created a group. I appealed to my corporate contacts within LinkedIn, and we managed to rally together some really good contacts, my accountant, a social media specialist. And together we were able to provide an array of support for these individuals that were looking to close their doors immediately and didn't know what the days ahead were going to look like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been a really confusing message, hasn't it? It's been sort of, you don't know, obviously England and Scotland has had different rules, and it's sometimes so hard to follow what. I mean, is there really a place, a website, a kind of up-to-date guidance that people should be directed to, obviously apart from your Facebook page?
There's ScotGov,
Okay.
and that's basically, because we are devolved nations, there's not one place for everyone to go to. There's also not one union that we can go to either. So the best place we can go is the ScotGov website for the latest guidelines. And what we try to do within the group is we try to explain that the best way we can and be there for people that have questions that not necessarily can be answered by.
I mean, there's still a lot of confusion, obviously, and there's still a lot of lobbying about mobile beauticians, etc. There's still a confusion message there.
Oh, sorry, I think you cut out there, Adam.
That wee bit there. I was just asking really about mobile beauticians. I mean, there's still quite a confusion message there, isn't there?
There is, and we're still waiting for mobile beauty guidance to come out. At the moment, it's prohibited to carry out any mobile beauty treatments within Scotland itself. So we're waiting for further guidance to come out on that, and also for close contact services, because makeup application is prohibited if the client removes their mask, and that goes also for beauticians as well, doing things like facials. So they're left without an income at the moment, and being able to provide these services. So we hope to have this guidance immediately, and we know that BABTAC, the National Hair and Beauty Federation, and the British Beauty Council are lobbying at the moment to do so, and to try and get that back and going as soon as possible.
Fantastic. I just want to mention to everybody, if you do have a question for Kate or myself, like I said, we are live and you can send us a message and we'll do our best to answer those questions. So please pop some messages there for us and we'll respond there. Now, obviously, with COVID and obviously with changes in the community and with the industry, I mean, in your opinion, looking to the future, what do you think the future of the industry is and how much has it changed?
I think there's going to be a lot of people are going to be diversifying, possibly training and increasing their services, perhaps more moves from staff positions into self-employment as furlough ends, possibly downsizing of premises, cutting overheads. Whatever happens, it's going to be really challenging over the next 12 months. So, we've just got to all rally around together as much as we can and support each other.
I mean, what's been fantastic, again, just walking around town and seeing that, everyone is following the guidelines and all the health and safety is in place. And you really need to, it's a use tag with shop local and really support the individuals and, these business owners. And again, obviously looking at BeautyBooker itself, you've had a great success to date, but again, obviously you'll have to edit and change your business for the future. So what are you changing and what's the future like for BeautyBooker? We
have indeed. I mean, if only I could have had a crystal ball in January. We had huge plans to push forward with the future model of BeautyBooker. which excitingly saw us kind of delve into more AI within the tech itself. We want to be able for you to book your hair and beauty appointments without picking up a phone, for example. And that's going to be a mammoth task. So I really wanted to push ahead with that at the start of this year, start to get investors involved and a team together as well. But when lockdown was announced, I decided quickly that that probably wasn't the direction that we needed to take in the immediate future. I looked at what the industry needed as a whole, and I guess the positive thing about being within the group that now has over 900 members is that you are immersified in that industry every single day, and you can see the pain points of what it's like to work in that industry and what they need in order to just do business. So I looked at the business model that we had planned, and I picked out a few areas of what I thought we needed to do immediately. And I can see that poster is falling down behind me. You gotta love live tech. Anyway, so yeah, I picked out a few areas and what I needed to concentrate on, and that's what we're pushing ahead with. So we're looking to be able to provide an array of trusted training providers that you can book with through BeautyBooker. We want to be able to provide you with a premises finder so that you know where you could work, be it next week or the week after. And we also want to diversify into a job site as well. So in turn, we want to be a turnkey solution for the industry. We're going to be your marketing expert, your premises finder, your training expert as well, and also your job finder. So it's putting a big hug around the industry and saying, right, okay, this is where we can help, and we can help you at every turn.
That's really fantastic. I mean, we know ourselves, obviously, we were running this now for 3 years, and the industry, we've got such a really strong community in the north of Scotland. And we noticed the industry was changing. There's a lot more independents or sharing salons, and the industry has been changing. Obviously, COVID then hit, but as an industry, we're really strong in the Northeast, and we should be proud of what we've achieved. So it's really good that you're offering those services to people as, as a community. Let's work together, let's support each other, and let's relaunch, let's recover together. So that's just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel really passionate about that as well. I think, as a community of industry professionals, it's got to be easier if we've all got each other's backs. More collaborative working, more referrals between each other, and just relying on each other. If somebody's having a bad day, that they know that they can go and speak to somebody else who's in exactly the same position. And they can be, offering help and guidance as well.
There we go.
For that.
Life. And what's been actually positive is I've seen a number of salons opening. They were independent. They were sort of hiring a chair, and now even over COVID, they've actually launched salons, which has been amazing to see. And again, even I've seen salons getting bigger and to bigger premises. So it's fantastic to. Even though it's been a difficult year, they're still growing, and we should all be very proud, as I've said before.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to see here, look at my questions. So what is the future for BeautyBooker? Obviously, you mentioned a few things there, but are you still planning to sort of launch this from now onwards? Is it sort of more of a next year thing?
So at the moment, we are waiting until the government tell us it's safe for all treatments to go ahead. So I made the decision to hold back the app until that was announced. So we are hoping that government will come forward within the next few weeks or the weeks ahead, and let us know that all services are to resume. When that does, we will relaunch BeautyBooker, and it will be supercharged for the new normal, things like COVID forms integrated for customers for track and trace. We're looking to have a new gallery so users can see the industry professionals' previous work and beautiful photos of what they have done, and a few other things as well that we've got up our sleeve. So I'm really excited to relaunch BeautyBooker, and hopefully we can get this government guidance pushed through in time.
I mean, it's changing every day, isn't it? It's sort of.
It is.
Aberdeen was in lockdown, and then all of a sudden everything's open again. So we're all just trying to catch up here and just trying to figure out what's going on. But that's fantastic. Now you've actually been working with us in the past, haven't you? So we were supposed to have an exciting year for us. We were supposed to be doing the beauty brunch, which was a really cool concept that you approached us with. And it was supposed to be, again, for the Northeast, a get together. It was going to be training and one-to-ones and product launches. So obviously we did unfortunately had to cancel that this year, but we are looking to do that in the future. But it was a really good idea that you had. And again, it's about this community we keep talking about, that let's do training. Let's work together, let's find out the latest. And again, as you were saying, having this gallery of last work, then that's really good, because you can find out, the latest styles. And, we may be in the north of Scotland, but we're up to date, we're trendy, we're Instagramming, we're blogging.
We're doing everything we can.
So I look forward to working with you next year on that concept. I think it'd be really, really good for Aberdeen, and I think it'd be fantastic, well, for the north of Scotland, that's, not just Aberdeen. But again, on that, I'd like to announce as well that we've asked you to be a judge for the Scottish Hair and Beauty Awards. So this year we're doing the north of Scotland. Again, we had to cancel the Highland Awards. So what we've done this year is we've combined the Northeast and the Highlands. So you'll be one of our judges, which is exciting. So with that, I mean, what is that as a judge you'd like to see in applications?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you very, very much for inviting me again to be a judge. I'm absolutely honoured. I guess last year I was blown away by the sheer quality of the applications itself, and the soul and the drive that went into them. It was really, really apparent. So for me, that's why I like to see someone with lots of passion. They're planning ahead. They're looking to various trends on what's happening in the industry. I'm always impressed if they go and if they train in the latest trends that possibly are not even fashionable up in Aberdeen yet. I always think that's really good to be forward thinking. But usually if someone's really passionate about what they do, it shines through in their application, and it's really apparent. So lots of that. Take time and think about it a lot. Don't rush it. A lot of my award applications that I've done myself sometimes takes me about 2 weeks to sit down and write and go over again and add in various things and take it out. So really take your time on what you're doing. Think about how you want to be perceived, how you want your work to be perceived, and enjoy doing it as well, because it is good fun.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I mean, every application that I've read after, it's been the from the heart, passionate people that have come across. And actually it's been most of the independent people that have won the awards rather than the big guys, because of the passion. So put that in their application. I mean, would you like to see people reflect COVID and sort of adjustments to the business? Would you like to see that in the application?
I think that's incredibly important this year. We can't ignore it. We can't even turn a blind eye to the fact that it hasn't happened. So for me, and what I'd like to see is, how are you pivoting around COVID? What changes are you putting in place to make sure that your business is strengthened over the next 12 months? How do you see that evolving? And what do you want to do in the future? Has that changed within the past 12 months as well? Let me know. Did you start out in January thinking that you were going to do something else this following year? So yeah, I would like to see that in applications. I'd like to see if the mindset's changed, if the business has changed, and what you're doing to safeguard the business.
That sounds really good. Can I just jump back a wee bit here? I've just seen that Kaylee, who has just sent us a message, and Kaylee is a double winner of awards. She won Hair Colorist of the Year twice now. She sent a message here for us. I'll just pop that up on the screen.
Hi, Kaylee.
So here's our message here. I'm opening up my own salon in the next couple of weeks. Have you any suggestions on how an independent business can grow in this current market?
Yes, I do. First of all, keep your customers close, keep in contact with them, keep personal. Make sure they're still having a personal experience when they do come into the salon. I know that's a little bit difficult just now with things like lack of magazines and refreshments and whatnot. but still have a good chat with them, because I know they'll be looking forward to seeing you when they do come in. Also, in terms of growth, social media is everything just now. I would suggest maybe starting off with some sponsored ads on your page. Keep growing that. Facebook is a bit of a stickler just now for putting it in front of people and reach. So make sure that you're, even if you're spending £10 a week on your sponsored ads, make sure you're doing that. On your Instagram as well. Instagram is turning to be a little bit more tricky as well this past couple of months in terms of making sure your followers see your posts. So yeah, sponsored ads all the way, and just keep talking. Just keep talking, and if I can help you in any way with the BeautyBooker, just give me a shout.
Fantastic. So like, once again, if anyone's got any other questions, please send them in and we'll do our best to answer them. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm just going to quick look in here at my questions, what I've missed out here. But I mean, I actually luckily had an opportunity to see Hendrik's chair in Rosemount. She's obviously one of the people who has taken the jump to open a salon during lockdown. But well, check it out, people. It's a beautiful salon. It's very trendy, and and obviously in our centre, Aberdeen. Oh, here's another question that's just popped in. I can't access any current available funding announced. Have you heard of any source of grants that might be coming our way?
Now, there was speculation about a Aberdeen grant coming out for those that were affected by the most recent lockdown. I'm currently looking into that at the moment, because although it says it is for retail, which we know that hairdressers and beauty salons have been told that we can apply under the terms of retail, it seems to be just for hospitality at the moment. So if you leave your email address in the comments box, or if you want to email into Scottish Hair and Beauty, I'll have a look into that and get back to you if that's okay. Otherwise, feel free to join the Hair and Beauty COVID-19 support group for Scotland and send me a direct message if that's all right.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. That's good. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just fixing my ear. It keeps falling out. So just check if we've got any other messages here, Gavin. There we go. So sorry, Gavin's just behind the scenes. He's helping me this evening with the technical side because I'm useless at computers. Here's another question that's just come in. So many fund initiatives available in other sectors, but there's very little for industry. It's so frustrating.
It is, and it's incredibly frustrating. We have one of the hardest working groups of people within the hair and beauty industry. I know that your hours are grueling. The job is tasking at times, and sometimes you're working 7 days a week. And the funding initiatives that have been passed through government are not enough. They're not enough. And I think it's become quite apparent that we need more government representation, just with the highly controversial question time in the House of Commons.
Yeah,
we need better representation, and it's just so apparent in terms of funding. So I would hope that we may have more over the months ahead. Please feel free to join the group, and I always post immediately when something is released. So keep an eye out there.
Yeah. It was really disheartening seeing them laughing about the industry and the lack of respect. Really, they didn't really seem to understand that. Actually, I mean, I heard that hair and beauty is the third biggest sector in the Northeast that actually out earns the car industry. We have people laughing, which just didn't show respect for the individuals. And we can't deny that our high streets are going through their issues right now, but hair and beauty businesses are strong, constantly opening. It's the hair and beauty industry that's driving the regeneration of the high street. And then we have our MPs laughing. It just was disgusting to see, to be honest, on my point of view. How did you feel about that?
A £30 billion industry is not it's not something that's worth laughing about. I think it became quite apparent how out of touch our government was within the industry. For example, calling beauty salons beauty parlors, and it's not enough. And for those within the group know how I feel about this. There's so much more that needs to be done. I've had mums phoning me saying that they didn't have enough money to put food on the table that month, and that their businesses that they heavily invested in the year before, they didn't know if they were going to be able to open their doors again. So for me, it's not about a nail appointment. It's not about getting your hair, pretty and beautified. It's about survival now, and it's about people's livelihoods, and that's something that never, ever, ever should be laughed about. Personally, it's a female driven industry. Is there a question about, does that have something to do with it? And if so, then we need more females in government, and MP females to have our corner now.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with you there. I've got another question here. Here we go. Just popped up. How do I access the support group?
Okay, right. What I can do is, can everybody see the comments at the side there?
No, it's just us that can see those.
Is it just us?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'll do is I will post the group on the Scottish Hair and Beauty page after our Facebook Live tonight.
Yeah.
So
Kate, if you
want
write a wee comment, we can share it if that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just share the link, and that makes it a wee bit easier for everybody.
Okay, I will do that. I'll send that to you just now, Gavin, and then everybody can join.
That's fantastic.
If they need to.
There we go. See, we only, again, with technology, we all need to get used to these new technologies and the new ways of communicating. I know we spoke before about this is all new for us, but we have to adapt, don't we? And I like a coffee. I like to chat. I like to see people, but we have to adapt. And things like this, which, well, it's been good fun. I keep pretending that we're having a coffee, but it's good that we can talk and obviously give the information to people online. And like I said, they can log in at any time after and watch this if they want to, and find out the information that we've said.
Did you get that okay there?
Does that come through, Gavin? It's on its way, I think. There we go.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's just a Facebook group, isn't it? And it's really, really good. It's fantastic at seeing everybody supporting each other and even asking questions, just general questions, and the amount of people who are supporting each other and answering, or I tried this and I did this, and it's been fantastic for that as well. And like I said, it has really been a support for everybody, because it has been such a confusing time for everybody.
Absolutely. I think my main concern was providing a safe space for everybody to go within the industry in Scotland, and to just kind of bounce ideas off of each other. If they're struggling with something or one aspect of the business, they can go to the Facebook group and ask everybody else what they think. But also in terms of immediately just now, it's been great for people looking for jobs. If they've got a chair to rent or a beauty room to rent, then they can pop it on there as well. Most recently, we had a hypnotist live on the group last week, speaking about mental well-being and anxiety through lockdown. And that was something that I wanted to immediately address, because I had a lot of people mailing me saying, I'm struggling just now. I feel like I can't cope. So that was something that I wanted to pop on the group and just say, let's try and work out with something and see if we can help. So I know that was really beneficial last Sunday night to have the hypnotist there. I know a couple of girls have gone on to take some private classes out with the group as well. So it's been really good. And it's been a nice place to be, actually, through lockdown. It's been a positive place to be. And there hasn't been much negativity. It's been great.
No, it's good. I mean, we're all just kind of trying to keep sane, aren't we? I know myself, I've been walking a lot just because I'm not a TV person. I'm not a sit in the house and watch telly. So I've been trying to walk. So I've sort of rediscovered the sights of Aberdeen just to keep myself sane. So I can understand that and the frustration and the lack of communication. But we've got another comment here from Kaylee. So let me read this out to you. So thanks for your feedback. I completely agree with you, your comments about social media. But as an independent salon, I'm not too sure I have the time to constantly promote my business. Have you any tips? Yeah,
come and sign up with BeautyBooker. In all honesty, that's what we do. And that's what we set out to be, was to have your back in terms of promoting you and extending your reach on social media. My problem with Facebook and Instagram just now is that you could have 3,000 followers, and a post could probably only get sent out to maybe 10% of that. following is seeing your post.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my gripe about social media at the moment. So what we want to do with BeautyBooker is support you with that, and with our following as well. As you know, if we are posting that you have availability within the salon, then you have the added benefit of our users on the app seeing your availability, but also our social media followers seeing your ads on the BeautyBooker social media. So Kaylee, feel free to drop me a message. I know that you're on my Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, feel free to drop me a message and we can have a chat about that.
I think you just have to think outside the box, don't you? You almost have to have client feedbacks. Google reviews is fantastic, because when someone Googles, salon Rosemount, Google review would come up and you would stream quite high. And again, if you do interesting, fun things in your salon, it could be a new style, a new hair, or new do, or something that you're really some sort of interaction in sort of Instagram posts or Pinterest posts are quite good. Again, it's all about sort of using technology available. As much as we'd love the word of mouth, we need to sort of adapt our business and think of technology as well.
I think it's finding the balance between work life and technology as well. Mm-hmm. I think social media can completely take over at times, and it can be really, really time consuming. I know myself from running the Instagram and the Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest, it can be all consuming. So I think it's just finding little tweaks and tips, even things like planning out your social media on a Sunday night, using apps like Buffer. You can then preload your content onto Buffer, and then that automatically posts it throughout the week for you on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. So it removes that physical aspect of you having to sit every night and do your posting, or in the morning, and it frees you up to do the actual day job itself.
Yeah, I have to say with social media, it's almost like, when do you personally look at your phone? I know myself, I sit on a Sunday night and I read my phone. So that's the perfect time for you as a business to post, is times that you yourself will be on the phone.
Absolutely.
So after tea. So there's no point posting 9 o'clock. Well, actually saying that 9 o'clock on a Monday, but then again, a good time to post is when you're dropping the kids off at school. They might be sitting in the car looking at their phone. So always sort of think about people's lives, their lifestyle, and when it's best to post to get the most interaction. And you can obviously target to various age groups and people who like your page, their friends. You can by location, by interest. It's quite clever now when you do boost a post. You can very much choose different categories, and it does help. And you know what? Even throwing £3 or £4 at it,
absolutely.
All of a sudden, your little post that had 500 has had 2,000 views, and there's your promotion for your business.
Yeah, and I think that's crucial. It's a great point you made, Adam, is that you don't have to be spending hundreds of pounds on sponsored media ads on Facebook and Instagram. Even just that £3, £4 can help a lot in terms of just keeping traction with Facebook and keeping them pushing that message out in front of your audience. But also going back to apps like Buffer have been a real help for me. Just to be able to plan around those Sunday nights, and even like you say, if you are checking your phone before you drop off the kids in the morning, then you can preload it to say, right, okay, I'm going to schedule that post to be sent out on Monday morning at 8 o'clock, and you could still be lying in your bed. It takes that physical workload away from you, which is great.
Absolutely. So we've got some more questions here. So here we go. Is BeautyBooker available across Scotland?
Not at the moment, no. Thank you to lockdown that took away the expansion plans quite quickly. At the moment, we're concentrating solely on the Northeast just now, and on our training services as well. But watch this space. I am on a mission, and I will make sure that it arrives in Edinburgh and Glasgow and Inverness and Dundee very, very soon.
So is that the plans? Are you just going to go city by city, or are you just going to take the big jump? And what are you going to do? How are you going to do that?
To be quite honest, we have to be quite strategic about it. With BeautyBooker itself, we have two audiences. We have to attract salons, but at the same time, we have to attract users. And it's a chicken and egg scenario there. So we have to be quite strategic on how we plan that. At the moment, it'll probably be city by city. But as we diversify into that really exciting tech I was speaking about, where we hope to give you the ability to book your hair and beauty appointments without even having to pick up your phone, that will change our expansion plans quite drastically. So it might get to a point where we say, right, okay, we're going to actually just go ahead with this, and then we'll just go national, which would be great.
We've got another question just come in. Kate, so what is your background?
What is my background? My background is in procurement in oil and gas. I started off at a company called Kate Stott when I was 18. And it saw me work in logistics and procurement, which was buying products for oil platforms.
Okay.
I quickly moved overseas at 19, which saw me do the similar role in Perth in Australia. And then I came back to the UK about 5 years after that and got into recruitment, and then transitioned into marketing and growth and strategy, which is where I found my passion to promote to others and develop ideas into kind of real life business streams, which was really good. Thank you for that question.
I mean, that's what I love really with the Northeast. I mean, I, again, was in London for 15 years. London is quite a difficult place to live. There's not very many relationships.
Yeah.
You're almost, you're in your own little bubble. But when moving to Aberdeen, I love the fact that everyone talks to each other, everyone helps each other out. You go out in town, and that's what I really love. And that's what I love, again, with the awards that we do every year, is it's not almost a competition. If somebody wins, somebody congratulates them. If someone opens a salon, the neighbor who's maybe a competitor comes in and congratulates them. There's a lovely community up here, and it's really good that obviously the BeautyBooker app is going to be with that community taken to, perhaps, Inverness, Dundee, Edinburgh and Glasgow, and sort of build that community. And it's going to benefit the hair and beauty in Scotland in general, which would be fantastic to see us all working together. We've got another question here. Hi guys, great live. I highly recommend BeautyBooker. Kate is so supportive.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, darling.
But again, it just shows, Kate, that you're really appreciated, and obviously all you do. The COVID information page, you really have been a cheerleader for the industry, and it's been so good that you've taken the step forward and done this. So thank you so much from everybody that you've done this. It's been really, really beneficial. If I can jump a little bit back again, we talked about the Hair and Beauty Awards. Obviously, we're going virtual this year, which should be interesting. So the sort of concept of that is we're going to go live to salons. So we're really going to encourage everybody to have a party. Obviously, we're going to have to do it online, but I really want to encourage everybody to get dressed all nice and have a party in their salon, and each category will go live to your salon, and we'll just have a laugh. And I think we all, I don't know if you agree with this, Kate, we all need a party, don't we?
This is the most dressed up I have been in about 5 months. I did my hair for you today, Adam. I'm a makeup. So I am in desperate need of a party. Let's have fun. Let's celebrate each other's achievements, and let's really pat each other on the back for getting through this past 6 months, because it's been so tough.
Yeah, it really has, isn't it? And again, you have encouraged us, which we actually weren't going to do, but we've actually now, I love the concept, is we're going to do runway this year. Now, obviously, we launched that last year, and it was a fantastic creative concept, because again, with the Northeast, we didn't really have a creative output. So we launched it, and we'd encouraged salons to present a model in the concept, which was gold last year, and wow, it was amazing. So Kate's idea, which we're totally going to take on board, is to do a virtual runway. So really excited about that, Kate. So we've come up with a theme, which is masked elegance. So generally the concept is that obviously masks are the new normal. So let's make them a fashion statement. So we're going to launch next week the runway competition, which is you've got to create a look with a mask. Now, if you can imagine, that could be a number of different things. Again, the concept's quite open. Exactly. So let's have Diamante masks, scary masks, glamorous masks, it's, the world's your oyster with these masks. So it's going to be a really good fun part of the awards this year. So thank you, Kate, for that idea. I think it's going to be really good fun. And again, we'll be in the salon celebrating. So let's get in the salons and get creating as well.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing all the ideas as well. And yeah, as you say, it's the new normal. So let's make fun of it. Yeah.
So we've got another question here. Wow awards, well done. How do you use them to promote your business?
I'm going to tell you the truth. A year ago, I had no idea. I had no idea what I was going to do with an award win or what I should do. So initially, we shouted about it on social media. But it won Scottish Businesswoman of the Year last December. That I got to say, we can really use this to our advantage. So I hired a London PR firm that specialised in hair and beauty PR, and they did a tremendous job of publicising, the brand itself. They got us into various really high-end publications throughout the UK for the hair and beauty industry. And really pushed the BeautyBooker brand out there. It's been fantastic, actually. It's been really nice to say we've won these awards. We're working hard, and it's nice to show our customers and our clients that somebody else is recognising the hard work that we do as well. It always gives you a bit of credit when you're a new company. So yeah, it's been fantastic. So I guess, if you do win any awards, guys, which there will be winners out there after November, make sure you shout about it on your social media. Tell your customers. Make sure that your awards are displayed within your salons. And yeah, have fun with it. Enjoy it. And
did I see, Kate, you're up for another award, aren't you? I saw you eating some chocolates the other night on Facebook.
Celebrating with the chocolates. Yes, we are. We are up for the Barclays Bank Eagle Labs Innovation Award for 2020, which is really fantastic recognition for us. So just to even be shortlisted is a fantastic honour for me. So yeah, I'm quite excited about that.
And can we vote? Can we support you on that, or is it just an independent board?
It's an independent board within Barclays Bank itself, but keep an eye out on the social media pages, and I'll let you know how we get on.
Fantastic. I see Kaylee's sending us some more messages. I think she's
Thank you, Kaylee.
I know she's supporting the masked elegance. She's really excited about it. They did a fantastic gold concept model last year, so they're really excited about doing it once again, which is fantastic. Again, it's just a creative output for Aberdeen, so it's just something we try to bring something new. So again, with the planned beauty brunch next year about training and networking, and then the creative events, it's all about just again working together. Oh, we've been another message here coming in by private message. There has been any recent changes to the safety guidance for salons?
In terms of just the general guidance, not at the minute, no. As we touched on a little bit earlier, we're still waiting to hear about the guidance for mobile beauty, but also close contact services as well. So as soon as we hear about that, I'll let the group know, and please feel free to follow it.
So again, is that just the best to keep on the government website, or are you you've obviously got Babtech and other associations, and what is it the government the best one to keep an eye on for this information?
It can change quite drastically on the government website. We've seen it change overnight, so sometimes it's a little bit difficult to keep an eye on that and see where the changes have been made. So yes, please follow the NH National Hair and Beauty Federation, Babtech, the British Beauty Council as well, and the British Council of Hairdressers and Barbers as well, and they'll keep you updated.
And they're obviously, do they understand the difference between Scotland and England? Are they quite clear on their websites about this?
There's a few of them that really kind of separate it, and I guess we could speak about the problem with that in itself is that these federations they support the whole of the UK, and we are devolved. We have different rules and regulations within Scotland, and that really needs to be addressed immediately for the industry. I think we need something separate.
I said this, I mentioned this earlier, it's just been confusing at times, isn't it? Because one minute, you're seeing a news report, a BBC News, and you think, oh, great. And you think, oh, wait, that's not us. That's not us. And it's just, it has been confusing. I mean, but it's confusing with everything, even like bars and restaurants. You don't know where you're coming or going, especially with Aberdeen's recent lockdown. But I saw a lot on Facebook that people were saying, you know, the 5 mile has been lifted. You can get back into Aberdeen. You can get back into your salon. Please, please support us. So make sure that you all promote that on your Facebook pages, saying, you know, lockdown's lifted, and you know, you can come in and see us and just make it a fun atmosphere. We are all safe. We're following guidance. We've got all the procedures in place, but the music's still going, and we're still having a laugh, and it's still an enjoyable environment to get our hairs, our nails, makeup done.
And I guess we're lucky in that respect. You know, hair and beauty will always be in demand. It's not an industry that's going to run out, and you know, it's not going to be needed anymore. So I guess you know, the next 12 months is going to be buckle up and let's get through it all together, and we will, as long as we have each other's backs and there's plenty of support out there, we will get through it.
Yeah, again, we've got another comment here saying the difference guidance between England and Scotland is so confusing. So again, we've just talked on that, but it really is, isn't it?
Oh, it's so difficult at times. You know, at the moment we have the problem of England's guidance say that services like makeup services can go ahead with a client removing a mask for only a short period of time. Same for facials. However, Scotland have said absolutely no way. At no point whatsoever is a client to remove a mask. So you can imagine the confusion and the trouble that is given to makeup artists that have been booked for weddings. Skin consultants that can't do facials at the moment. You know, the impact on business is detrimental.
Fantastic. We've got another question here. I can't wait to get so many treatments done, but not sure what I need to do to prepare in advance.
Okay. If you are a customer, I'm sure that you don't need too much preparation. As long as you come to the salon or the clinic with your mask, make sure to sanitize your hands before you go into the clinic. You're going to be great. You're going to be good. So good luck with all that treatments. I am jealous. I want loads too.
I mean, like I said, I've seen it myself. I finally walked around town last week, and I was sort of walking past the salons and having a little nosy, and you know, they are so prepared and ready. You know, it's fantastic. They've got, you know, the track and trace. They've got the cleaning stations. They've got the screens. They've got the masks. It's, you know, the industry is ready. So again, with everybody, please support it and support Shop Local.
This industry has been ready from the day they started training. This is one of the most safest, cleanest, hygienic environments that you can be in, and they're more than prepared for customers coming in through this pandemic. So please support local and keep visiting your salons. It's crucial at the moment.
Fantastic. And again, here's Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. Can I say a thank you for Kate for really making it clear throughout?
You are more than welcome, Kaylee, and I cannot wait to catch up with you soon and see your new salon. I'll be coming in to see you.
Fantastic. So we're nearly getting towards the end of time, which is fantastic. And thank you so much. So for people who are looking to get in touch with Kate, how should they get in touch with you? Okay,
well, we are everywhere at the moment. We are on every social media. So I really apologize about my noisy dog outside. The best place to do is visit us at beautybooker.app, or visit us at Facebook, which is BeautyBooker UK. Same on Instagram, BeautyBooker UK. And yeah, send us a message and I'll get back to you straight away.
Yeah, we're just putting it at the bottom of the page. I don't know if you can see. We'll do that again. We've got all the contact details there with Kate's email address and email address and phone number. So any kind of questions you've got, any concerns, or if you want to sign your business up to BeautyBooker to again, or even just advice on how to promote my business and how to take the benefits, or if you're interested, as Kate said, about the new developments with the chair rental and the training, which is a fantastic idea actually. We were asked that last year about training and guided training. There's lots of training out there, so it's good that you're doing that to sort of really say these are recommended courses in Aberdeen or in the Northeast and do that. So that's fantastic. So we're obviously we're coming up to closing almost time. So I just want to say thank you everyone for joining this evening. As mentioned, we're broadcasting this live across our social media channels. This is our first one, but we wanted to communicate with everybody and just, you know, say we're all here for you and we all support you and you do a fantastic job. This will be available on ScottishHairandBeauty.com or our YouTube channels if you want to. And again, with all the contact details.
No, that's down that side.
That way, is it?
It's that side, yeah.
There we go. I can see it now. Again, you can obviously, we are the closing date, just to let you know, for the Hair and Beauty Industry Awards for the North of Scotland. So once again, we're involving the Highlands and Islands and the Northeast, is going to be the 30th of September. So we just have 4 weeks left to download your entry. You don't have to do it all at once. You can download a form and go back to it a few times. And like I said, as Kate said, take your time, do it from the heart, really kind of put your passion in there and talk about COVID, talk about the changes you've made. Perhaps you've developed your salon, you know, decorated it, perhaps you've done training, again, a bit of networking, but it's fantastic. And we just want to mention as well that we are doing another webinar in 2 weeks with the lovely Justin. That will be the 13th of September at 7 p.m. So we'll be joined, as I said, from Justin Macklin. We all know Justin. He's a lovely, big personality on Instagram, isn't he? I love his videos. He's really funny, and I've always had a good chuckle at all these videos throughout lockdown. Justin is the Schwarzkopf UK brand ambassador. So that'd be really interesting to find out about that brand and how and what changes they've done. And there's been a few product launches as well. So I think we'll be going through those. He's also a stylist at the award-winning salon Ashoka. So it'd be interesting to see how Ashoka have again changed for COVID and developed and kept their clients happy. They're very busy, which is good. Good to see. And that's fantastic. So we're a wee bit short, but I'm going to just stop it there. But I just wanted to say, have a great week ahead. I hope you're really busy with lots of clients, and please stay safe. And thank you very much to Kate. You've been amazing. Thank you for everyone who joined us, and good night. Thank you so much.
Take care, everyone. Thank you for having me, Adam.
Oh, thank you so much, Kate. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.